everyone.
September 11th.
Yes.
September 11th.
Should we take a moment to...
Let's take a moment of silence.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Tough day in American history.
Sure is.
And we can never forget. We can never forget. I remember
that day. Everyone remembers where they were.
I was in my, I was living in Tucson at the time. I was in my bedroom getting dressed for my sales meeting, and I saw it on TV, and the world changed. The absolute world changed. The real estate market came to a complete standstill for probably 3 months. I don't know that many homes, if any, were sold. It was just one of those things where everybody took a step back and said, what has happened here? And it was a shocker to the core for everybody in our country.
Sure was.
And we lay thanks to all those service people and the first responders like yourself. You're a fireman.
Oh, thank you.
That lost their lives that day. People went to work and lost their lives. How quickly things can change in a moment. Yeah. Yeah. So let's never forget, and let's go get them and eradicate them.
And after that, ladies and gentlemen, again, it is September 11th, so take a moment of silence for yourself today if you get a chance. And it is Wednesday, I believe. Is it Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
All right, so we've got some news to talk to you about today. We're going to kind of focus on the changing landscape and how agents can be successful in this post-NAR agreement and kind of how good ways to market yourself, let's say, moving forward with the new landscape. Cody's got some good information about that. But before, as always, we have our market update for the San Diego area. Go.
Take it away, Cody.
Take it away, Cody.
We have a market update. All right, so bear with me as I read today. All right, so this is for listing actives. The active listing inventory increased by 58 homes, which is up 1% in the past couple of weeks, and now stands at 4,628 homes. So this is a report that kind of lags slightly, okay? So we're looking at the past, beginning of September moving forward.
Let me ask you a quick question.
August.
I believe in January this year, we started off with less than 2,000 properties. Does that sound about right?
I believe that is correct.
Somewhere just right around 2,000 properties, which was historically low for us. So it's good to see that the inventory is getting somewhat back to normal levels.
And we're going to go right into that.
All right.
How about this? In August, 33% fewer homes came on the market compared to the 3-year average before COVID, which was 2017 to 2019. 1,671 fewer.
Wow.
All right. Yet 739 more sellers came on the market this August compared to August of 2023.
Why is that, do you think? More sellers? Is that because they've taken their equity, they're cashing out, or is it the rate is coming down just that much and they're able to afford something else now?
That could be it. I mean, there's a lot of factors. I mean, first off, there's people that have a absolute hard stop when it comes to they have to sell, they have to buy. I mean, there is a compelling reason that we don't have a choice here. We have to sell. Mm-hmm. We don't have a choice here. We have to buy. For most people, it's not that. It's like, well, yeah, if we can find the right house, we'll buy one. Should we put our house on the market? But then we put our house on the market, but we can't find one. So what do we do if we get an offer on our home? And believe me, we have ways to get you through that as well. Buying a home subject to the sale of your home, we can get you through it. There's absolutely ways to do that.
All right. Last year, there were 2,666 homes on the market, which is 1,962 fewer homes, or 42% less. Now, and this is going to be a growing trend as we go through these. The 3-year average before COVID, 2017, 2019, was 7,080, or 53% extra, much higher.
Wow.
More higher. Hold on.
It's an early recording today.
It is.
All right, now the demand, which is pending homes for this same period. The number of pending sales over the prior month decreased by 97 pending sales in the past 2 weeks. That's down 5% and now totals 1,774. It's the largest decrease to date this year.
Wow. So signs of the market slowing down a little bit?
Yes.
I think my prediction is we might see that reverse in by the time another 10 days from now. And I think because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Fed has their rate meeting on the 17th of the month this month.
Yes.
And I've heard that we'll see. 0.5% is pretty significant. So if that's the case, we might see that flip flop.
A rush of refis.
Well, and I think
That could be too. Yeah.
part of it too is, for whatever reason, a lot of the people we are speaking with today are saying, we're gonna wait till after the election. Why wait? I mean, if you have to buy, you wanna buy, what's the election really gonna do?
That's trying to time the market.
It's
Trying
trying to outsmart the market,
is-
and you know,
it's
here's,
never going to work for you unless you get extremely just
doesn't work.
blind luck.
it just doesn't work. You know, to wait, you know, for the election, like something magically is gonna happen overnight after November 6th, I don't think so.
Yeah. So
All right, so let me finish that. The 3-year
All right.
average before COVID for the demand pending side, right? We did the listed active, now we're doing the pending. The 3-year average before COVID, which again were the years 2017 to 2019, was 3,054 or 72% more. All right.
2%.
Now,
Yo,
with supply increasing and demand falling, the expected market time is increasing. It's increased in San Diego, generally speaking, 73 to 78 days. So if you list your property, manage your expectations. In the past couple of weeks, last year it was 50 days, which was much faster than the 78 that is today. The 3-year average before COVID was 70 days. It's slightly faster than today. All right.
okay,
So it's showing normalization, right?
exactly.
All right. In the past 2 weeks, the expected market time for homes priced below 750 increased from 66 to 70. This range represents 29% of the active inventory and 32% of the demand. All right. Anything to say to that?
Well said, Cody.
All right. Here we go.
You're the number guy.
The expected time for homes priced between 750 and 1 million increased from 55 to 63 days. And this range represents 22% of the active inventory and 28% of the demand. I'm just going to finish this off. These are good points. The expected time for homes priced between 1 mil and 1.25 increased from 70 to 80 days. That is 11% of the active inventory and 11% of the demand. 1.25 to 1.5 has increased from 72 to 75. This is 9% of the active inventory and 10% of the demand. 1.5 to 2 million has decreased from 99 days to 84, and this is 10% of the active inventory and 9% of the demand. And my favorite one, the 2 million to 4 million, has increased from 102 days by 12 days, so it's now what? 114.
14.
There you go. The expected market time for homes priced between 4 and 6 million has decreased from 246 to 233, and the expected time for homes priced above 6 million decreased from 420 days to 372. The 2 million and up market is 19% of the inventory and 10% of the demand.
Wow. I hope my granddaughters listen to this so they know that their grandpa can add 12
12 plus whatever
Hey,
it was.
We're
2
doing
plus
quick
12.
math here.
Cody, don't ever put us on a spot like that again.
That was good. That was really good. That was a lot of good information.
Yeah.
So,
What is it all?
and I think it's all like good.
What does it all mean? It means if you're ready to make a move,
Move.
move.
Move. That's
If you're
what
not
it
ready to make a move,
Don't move.
don't
We
move.
bring you this information as updated as we can, folks, so that you can be armed with what to expect, because when you know what to expect, things always will go smoother.
That's right.
It becomes part of the plan as opposed to a surprise, and surprises generally aren't a good thing, I would say, in real estate. You want to know what you're getting.
Right.
So, yeah, right. So,
Sometimes it's part of the thrill, though. You know?
yes, that could be. Thrills can go either direction, whatever you're into. All right, so that is a good segue into changing landscape of the market as we know it. So we've about a month ago now, just shy of a month ago now, NAR had its change to the commission structure, which segues us into today's show, episode 14, by the way.
Yes,
Wow.
show 14.
Progress, yep. Episode 14, which we're going to talk a little bit specifically about marketing, specifically from agent perspective and how to navigate this in the changing environment. So this is an article from Inman. Inman is a real estate
Industry watchdog.
yeah, exactly. It's a real estate blog almost, if you will.
Yeah.
And it says, the title of this one is called Navigating Economic Turbulence to Elevate Your Real Estate Career. So, we don't want to hit you guys with a bunch of doom and gloom and this and all the other things, but we just give you the numbers and the facts, and we talk about it and we stick to that. So, the fact of the matter is that things are on the change. So we're in the recovery from COVID, and as Cody just said, with we're getting back to some normalcy. We've got the election coming up. Stock market is taking a significant hit in the last 2 weeks or so. It's down quite a bit. Looks like the Dow Jones is down over 1,000 points.
Already today?
This was from yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And
It
then
was down like 600. I just checked 5 minutes ago before we went on air. It was like down 600.
yeah, this was prepared.
Excuse me while I go hang myself.
This is prepared a couple days. This is prepared a couple days ago.
Jesus.
Nasdaq was down
Oh,
by
it's good.
3
It's only down 567. Sorry.
Yeah, right. 3.43%. So, what am I getting at here? What we're getting at here is that people, I think there is some fear in the market as people are trying to figure out what they're going to do with their money, and so, but as an agent, you still got to find a way to make a living, right?
Right.
So how can we navigate this in the current conditions?
Great question. And look, things have changed after the NAR settlement and the Department of Justice and all that stuff. And what's really happened is we're going to see the divide between producers and non-producers get even bigger. Agents, really, the spotlight is on you as an agent. It's on us as agents at eXp Realty here in La Jolla.
We are no different.
We have to up our game. We have to articulate our value more and more and more all the time. Why? Because we actually have to have the discussion now with the buyer and say, on a $2 million house, what's 2.5% of that? Here's my little pop of that question.
I'm going to go with
That's right.
somewhere around 50 to 60.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so we have to have that conversation with buyers now. Are you willing to pay me $50,000 if the seller won't to purchase your next home? And those are tough conversations to have, but we have to have them. And I've preached this for years. Have a resume. We have a resume. It is deep. It is thorough. And ask your agent, can I see your resume, please? If I'm going to pay you $50,000, can I see who I'm paying it to and what your qualifications are before I decide to pay you that kind of money? And we have a resume. We put it together years ago. We keep it. We give it to anybody that wants it because, at the Nunn Realty Group, we do things in a very, very well thought out and detailed process. We don't leave a stone unturned. There's about 80 pages of documents that need to be signed. Do you know what's in those documents, agents? Do you know what you're getting and committing your clients to when you shove that piece of paper under their noses and just sign here, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. No, you do have to worry about it because you're committing yourself to do certain things in certain time frames. And if you don't know what that is, that's where problems come in. So you need to have a resume. What are you trained in? What are you educated in? We in California and pretty much across the country, there's really no barrier to entry into real estate. You take classes, you get your license, and then you're not policed. You're just out there selling real estate until you do something wrong and somebody turns you in, and then you learn something. We try to make sure that we never get turned in. We never have been turned in. We've never been taken to the board. We've never committed any ethics violations or any other type of violations, and a lot of agents have. You can go to the DRE.ca.gov website and you can find and do a check on your agent who you're thinking of working with, because it's going to show if there's been any ethics complaint, any complaints to the DRE.
Any agent that you can look up their license number, it'll show you what type of license they hold, broker versus
Yeah.
I think what salesperson, I think
Yep.
they call it now, and then if there's been any strikes against them or not.
It'll show disciplinary actions against them and so on and so forth. And
Look, did they move forward with putting the image of the agent right next to the
I believe so.
That's awesome.
I believe
I
so.
remember you discussing that. Wow.
Yeah.
I hope they got a good picture of me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you have to submit a picture?
Did they get the one with the stripes and the numbers on the front?
That
Yeah, right. God.
But it's real important. The orange jumpsuit is back. Orange is back. But no, listen, it's a tough dance, and I'm going to have Cody explain a little bit. We have websites that generate leads for us. What happens? People are afraid to sign up sometimes. Well, I don't want to get spammed. I don't want to get this. I don't want to get that. Well, we don't do that without your permission. Okay. We give information, we give data. So somebody hits our website, we have a great CRM system which provides information, which is really the cornerstone of what we do here at the Nun Realty Group. Is we're gonna flood you with information that you want, maybe some that you're not even aware you need to know about. It's an educational process. We want our buyers to make every decision. We will not make a decision for our buyers. We will not make a decision as to what they should pay for a home because it's not our money. Sure, we can caution you about, you know, it's an extremely low offer and this is what's likely to happen, but it's your choice. And by law, we have to present any and every offer that you come up with, and we will gladly do so. We just cannot predict what the outcome will be, but based upon history, we have a pretty good idea. And do we stop people from overpaying for a home? I don't know what overpaying for a home is. You know, if you're gonna be in a home 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, if it's your forever home, if you think you're overpaying for it, what are you really overpaying? I mean, you're not, the risk of overpaying for a home and the damage of overpaying for a home is only felt when you go to sell it. I mean, if it's on for $1 million, you pay $1.2 million to get the house. 10 years later, you sell it for $2 million. Have you been damaged? Have you lost anything? Well, you might have given up, maybe, nobody knows for sure, a little bit of appreciation, but you've enjoyed the home for 10 years and you got the home. So it's really a matter of, you know, you have to be comfortable as a buyer. We will get you comfortable. You have to be comfortable as a seller that, okay, this is it. This is all we're going to get for the home, and this is all we can pay for a home, and we will guide you in that direction. So Cody, tell them a little bit about what information and what services they will get from us if they hit our website.
Absolutely. And, oh really? Okay.
Yes.
I was going a different direction. I got that.
You go ahead and do it all.
Let me.
Do it
What
all.
direction were you going?
And we will remind you about our new flat fee program, I'm sure, at some point here. So.
Yeah. Let me say this: if you're a new agent getting into the business today, or you've been a new agent and you're looking for a change, us three, Jeff, Jens, and I, would be happy to sit down with you, talk with you, and walk through kind of what we do, how we do it, and help guide you. You will need to make a brokerage maneuver over to EXP, so
That is true.
just understand that. But
Which I highly recommend, by the way.
Yeah.
I've been in a couple different brokerages, and this is by far the best one.
Agents have never died by changing real estate companies, I'll just say that.
But we'd be happy to walk you through this stuff on a day-to-day basis.
Pretty sure
and,
they never even got
give
a cold.
guidance.
I don't even think they got a cold.
They didn't get a flu?
No, a flu, the flu.
All right. So you want me to cover?
Have some coffee.
It's gone. It just hadn't kicked in. I gotta start mainlining it. All right. So I'm gonna talk about.
I don't know.
All right. So we got some CRM system stuff that we do.
Right.
I'm gonna cover a little bit of that, a little bit of the quantity of phone calls going outbound and what it does. I'm gonna talk to where we get some of our leads from, and I'm gonna start it all by saying this: if you live and you're considering selling a property, let's say or maybe you're not even considering selling a property, you're in North Park, you're near SDSU, and you're within walkable distance. I want to make this known on the radio here, okay? If you receive a cash offer from somebody that is going to waive their real estate fees, meaning that these guys are investors,
Give us a call.
kindly entertain it, but do
iBuyUSD.com.
give us a call. We have just encountered a incident where there is a all cash buyer looking to take a property from somebody, and this guy knows that the buyer knows exactly what this property is capable of.
Right.
It's very important you know what your property is capable of, because the gentleman who's selling the property is not aware of what he can do with the property. If that cash offer goes through, the gentleman buying it is going to get a smoking deal based on what will
And the
be
seller
built.
will probably lose upwards of $200,000, right?
Yeah. So it's very important to give us a call here at the Nun Realty Group.
What's the phone number, Cody?
It is 858-245-8813.
There you go.
Give us a call, that's me, and we'll talk, because you gotta take a look at the property, you gotta take a look at the surroundings and know what is going on.
Well, part of our job too, and look, it's helping sellers determine the highest and best use for their property. That's how you market a property. And in this particular case, and I'm really glad you brought it up, because here in San Diego, we have such a housing shortage that they've basically stripped every rule and process to speed up the accessory dwelling units or ADUs or additional income properties on your property. I mean, if you drive through the SDSU neighborhood, it is starting to really take hold in North Park. I mean, you're seeing lots being basically totally built on.
Have you been through Claremont recently?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, it's
Claremont is outrageous. Every single house has an
The
ADU.
rules are out the window.
and here's what's happening is sellers are being taken advantage of by these buyers because sellers are really not aware of the income potential of their property. Yes, you give up privacy, yes, you give up maybe a little whatever, you know, the joys of home ownership when you've got 3 other units on your property, but that's what's happening out there. And some of these properties are generating $20, $25, $30,000 a month in income. So you have a residential single-family home on a lot that's not generating any income. You're making the payments, or maybe it's paid off. Now somebody sees that and is going, okay, I can flip that house into a rental property. The homeowners are going to be gone. I'm going to buy it from them. It's no longer going to be owner occupied. I can put a tenant in the main house, and I can build up to 3 or 4 more additional units at $3,000 to $5,000 a month per unit that they're building on there. And all of a sudden, you've got car problems. You've got parking problems. The street looks like a used car parking lot. You've got every home in Claremont. University City is supposed to almost double their population of housing over the next 10 years.
That's wild.
Okay, that's the city.
They ain't making no more land.
They're not making any more land, so, I mean, in this particular case, could go ahead, I mean, this is a single-family home that
Yeah.
the guy does not live in.
The guy does not live in, he is out of area, he does not come here, he cannot see what's going
He's
on.
not aware of the whole ADU push.
Yeah, so in this instance, the all-cash offer would substantially gain from this sale.
Right.
I mean, substantially, and the seller, you know, obviously would be made whole, that's great, he can go away, but it's worth making the call if you get that. Please
Right.
do call us, we would love to chat with you, and we'll take a look at your property.
We have a specialist on our team here at the Nunn Realty Group that is in the business of doing just this, buying properties, adding ADUs to it. He knows every rule, how to break them, how to make them, how to get these things through. The city's making it very easy now. And we're seeing a proliferation of building going on, like you said, Claremont. I mean,
Claremont is outrageous.
it's nuts
outrageous.
what's going on, and it really is turning almost into camps. The whole neighborhood are like,
Yeah.
you know, especially over by SDSU. So, you know, if you are a homeowner, you have a home, you want to sell it, give us a call. And let me say this too. We don't tie anybody up, and we don't force them to do anything. We're not that type of real estate organization. You know, don't be afraid to sign anything with us, because if things aren't working out, you don't want to work with us, we don't want to work with you, we'll just part ways and be friends. We've got over 20,000 transactions under our belt, never had a scrape, never been taken to court, never been taken to the board. We do things the right way because it's a choice.
If you don't believe us, check the website.
Yeah, exactly, because if it's on the internet, it
It's-
must be true.
It's true, 100%
Alright,
true.
so now I'm gonna thank you, I just wanted to get that out of there. So, I wanna talk about leads coming in.
Yeah.
We pay for leads, like most people do in the industry. These are Google pay-per-clicks, not so many Facebooks, but mostly Google pay-per-clicks. And with that being said, when a lead comes in, the process for us, basically that lead comes in, we play speed the lead, get on the phone. You wanna be calling them within the first 5 minutes. I mean, you're late at that point.
Yeah.
We do have systems in place that will start pinging them with an email, welcome this, welcome that, but you do need to make the phone call. And if they don't answer, great, now your number's hit their desk.
Right.
So, call them the next day. With that being said, inside that little package that comes out, you're getting an email, you're gonna get a video text from us so you know that we're real.
We're not a call center.
We're not a call
That's
center.
what he's trying to say.
Not a call
We are
center.
local. Did he just say that?
We'll edit that part out. Alright,
Alright, so
reset.
take it from the
1,
top.
2, 3, go.
So, we'll get a video text so you can see that we're real, we're here in the United States, we're
Right.
not a call center, and, yeah, so that.
You don't get passed off to anybody either.
You will talk
Right,
to one
you're-
of us three.
you're
gentlemen
talking to
sitting
one of
here
us
that you
three.
see.
Yeah, we
Yes.
don't pass.
Maybe you don't wanna talk to one of us three.
There's one I can think of right now.
All right.
I wouldn't want to talk to.
So
But
that's
next week.
that is kind of how the paper leads come through. Now, with that being said, there are other ways if you are just getting started in the business, or if you don't have the budget to play in the paper leads game. You're going to want to go pull lists. Where are you going to get lists? And everybody can get these lists. You're a licensed agent. You have access to it. You need to contact your title rep. That would start there. Or you can start on the computer and start doing some free searches. And I'm going to talk about that. So we've done, first we did a vacation rental license list. We
Yeah.
pulled that from the state. It was registered at the San Diego County.
You can also pull it from the city itself.
That's, I think, probably where I got it. It was like click, 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 keep going. Downloaded the CSV file, began scrubbing numbers because you got to make sure there's hosts and there's owners. So you got to make sure you got the right person you're calling. And we started banging through that list. There was 7,000 on it.
I was gonna say like 10,000 people or
Yeah.
something.
It's astronomical numbers, and this exists in all cities wherever Airbnbs are posted. But what we had is, we had 7,000 go in. I've probably put out, I'm gonna just make a rough guess here, round number 1,000 phone calls into that list, and it has fruited us one listing coming up. So with that being said, make the calls. It's laborious. Yeah.
And be
I will agree.
diligent and be okay with getting rejected. How many times do you get rejected before you find someone
You
who
know
wants
what?
to talk to you? It's all the time.
Make it a competition of how many no's can you get.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Then it becomes fun.
You gotta have thick skin. So
Be nice.
in this game, the market will reward those that put in superior effort,
Right.
and that have the local knowledge and all that type of stuff.
If
That,
you
that
sh-
part hasn't changed.
If you shake a tree for 4 hours a day,
Yeah.
something will fall out of that tree. A
Right.
leaf will get tired, it will fall. You've got to do that. Look at what you're doing for productivity. What are you doing to generate business? So I spend my time doing that, and you know what? It's going to work very well, and I've got 6,000 more leads to call on that list. You call them a lot. So with that being said, that's one angle for a free list to get you started. Start making the calls, and it's actually kind of fun. You learn a lot about people.
It's all about the right attitude. I mean, when people inquire about a home, I mean, we have a choice. We cannot respond and just let them inquire, and maybe they're going to think, well, I inquired about a home, I didn't hear back from anybody. Real estate agents suck. Well, that's why we are very quick about responding, just to say, hey, thank you for inquiring. Is there anything we could do to help you? If the answer is no, then the answer is no. That's fine. At least we've done our job to show you the respect that we have responded to your request, and that's why we do it. If we get business out of it, that's wonderful. We usually do at some point in time, but it's the start of the relationship. And I think what's really, really important is understand, especially in this market, with about 5 to 10% of the agents really doing the work of the market right now and selling, the majority of the homes, you've got to be very careful about who you select as an agent. Get to know them, get to understand them, let them get to know you, to the point where you can both let your guard down and just be honest with each other and say, we want to buy, we don't know when we want to buy, we don't want to be bothered. Okay, well, let's talk about what would bother you and what wouldn't bother you. What can we do for you as a consumer that will be helpful but won't bother you? We don't want to be obnoxious, and we're not. But we start with giving you market information. What is going on in the overall specific market in which you are living or in which you are thinking about living in? And we can do any market in California, we can do any market in Florida as well. So we want to educate you, just give you a baseline of information of what's going on in your marketplace. And we have access to that through our relationships and our subscriptions and our memberships. I mean, we're members of the National Association of Realtors, the California Association of Realtors, the San Diego Association of Realtors, the Real Estate Brokers Association of La Jolla. We pay thousands every year for software that helps us get this information, accurate information, to send to you. So we heavily invest in being very good at what we do. We take classes all the time on the new buyer agency, on the new things with ADUs, what's going on with ADUs, and Cody is much more of an expert at it than I am.
We all play our role, and we bring this information to you,
right,
in order to educate you, so you know what to expect when you give us a call.
Be open-minded on the phone calls. You never know what's going to come.
Right, you don't.
A lot of times people focus on San Diego and, hey, are you here or hyper local to wherever they are you here, you buying and selling here. Well, you know what? Sometimes they're actually in another state,
Right,
and they're looking to buy something over there.
right.
Make connections, have fun.
I've got
Yeah.
one of those right now.
Jens, you got one of those.
Yeah, right
So-
this minute.
Another list that we pull, again, going back to title records, you can get emails, phone numbers, and when you do call that list, a lot of the people like to ask, oh, you know, where did you get my information? Be forthright with them, tell them.
Yeah.
The
Bought
city,
a house.
the city posted this is
Title
public
records.
knowledge. Yeah.
And be nice.
And we do this for a reason. I mean, we want to know who we're working with too, in case, you know,
Of course.
one of you is a John Wayne Gacy or, you know, something like that. We want to protect ourselves. And, you know, there's been cases where, you know, we just have to be really careful. But, you know, we have access, we can find out information on just about anybody, anywhere on the planet through the software that we've invested in to help us figure out, okay, who is this person?
And we don't, when we say that, we don't mean that in a sense that we're spying on
Right.
people.
No,
we don't
not
mean it
at
in
all.
a sense that
It's not Big Brother.
it's malicious. You know, you don't be that with, if you're an agent, don't be that with your
Right.
clients. If you're
Right.
a client, don't take it that way when if
Right.
and when we contact you. All of the tools that we're using here are all based on essentially just ways for us to speed up access to public information.
Right.
Right.
Look, and there's been a change in commissions. I think there's also going to be a change, and we approach this business somewhat like an attorney approaches their business. It's very professional, it's very thorough, it's very detailed. We don't get emotional about it. That fact is a fact. What we can prove in terms of price for our buyers and what they can pay for the home is what we can prove. But we're very careful and very business-like, but we try to make the process as fun as we possibly can as well, because it is emotional. I'm changing schools for my kids, I'm changing where they play soccer, I'm changing this, I have to change health clubs and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of things that go into it, and we can help with all that.
Big life moves.
Yeah, big time stuff. And
So-
it's not easy, it's a process, not an event, remember that.
We'd be happy to teach agents.
Yeah.
If you're seasoned in the business and you're looking to grow your business because your past client list is shrinking,
Or if you're brand new.
or if you're brand new,
Day
Yeah,
one, give us
we
a
got-
come on over.
We got room on our team, give us a call at 858-602-8880, that's my number. You know, I've got 45 years experience, I've hired over 2,500 agents, most of them have gone on to be very successful in their careers. You know, give us a call, we'd be happy just to chat about it. If we work out a deal, great, if not, that's okay too, at some point we might, and that's all we hope for.
Stay positive.
Absolutely. And with
Stay classy, San Diego.
Stay classy, San Diego. And thank you to everyone that did their part on 9/11 and both overseas
Yes.
as well. And we took that moment of silence today for all those folks. So with that, I think we'll end our show there. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Give us
Thank
a call,
you.
and we will talk to you next time. Thank you.
Sounds great, bye-bye.